Imagine you're shopping for Christmas gifts, and you have no idea what to buy. You type a few words into your phone, and boom, a chatbot finds the perfect gift that you never even knew existed. Sounds like magic, right? But wait, is this the future of shopping, or are we letting AI make all our decisions for us? Today, you're going to learn practical A2-B2 English about shopping, technology, and consumer trends. We'll explore real-life vocabulary like turn to, scramble, and offload, words you can use at work, when shopping, or chatting with friends. Here's what happened. A woman from Manchester couldn't find a Christmas gift for her husband's cousin. So she asked an AI chatbot. And what it suggested was so unique, so perfectly matched to his interests, that she was shocked. But this story goes way beyond one gift. It's about how AI is changing the way millions of people shop this holiday season, and what that means for stores, small businesses, and all of us as consumers. Welcome to Lady Show English. So, what exactly did the chatbot recommend? And why are big retailers like Walmart rushing to partner with AI companies? Let's find out. Before we dive into the full story, let me give you a sneak peek at the English you're going to master today. We'll learn turn to, which means to ask someone or something for help. You'll also see scramble, a word that describes rushing to do something in a hurry. Then there's offload, which means to give your work or responsibility to someone else, or in this case, to AI. And here's the cool part, these aren't just textbook words. You can use them in everyday conversations, at work, at home, when you're stressed, or when you're making decisions. Plus, I'll show you how to use phrases like hold the cards and draw in to sound more natural and confident in English. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be using these like a native speaker. Ready to hear the full story? Let's go. Let me introduce you to Rachel. She's a 33-year-old woman from Manchester, and she had a problem. Christmas was coming, and she needed to buy a gift for her husband's 21-year-old cousin. She knew two things about him: he loved specialized racing bikes, and he was really into Vikings. But what do you buy for someone like that? Rachel had no idea. So she decided to turn to artificial intelligence. She opened Copilot, a chatbot owned by Microsoft, and typed in his age, his hobby, and his interests. And guess what happened next? The chatbot led her to a niche website that sells Viking-themed metal bike parts. Rachel was amazed. "It's just something I really would never have known existed," she said, "but it was perfect." But here's the interesting part. Rachel isn't alone. This year, millions of people around the world are using AI tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, and Google's Gemini to help them shop for the holidays. They're asking chatbots for gift ideas, comparing prices, and finding products they never would have discovered on their own. John Harmon, a senior technology analyst in New York, calls this year the first holiday season truly shaped by AI-powered shopping. According to Salesforce, AI is expected to drive 21% of all holiday orders globally. That's $263 billion in sales. Wait for this part. More than half of U.S. consumers say they would probably or definitely use AI to help with their shopping. In the UK and Ireland, 61% of people have already used AI tools while shopping. But the real reason this matters is simple: AI is changing what people buy and where they buy it. Businesses are starting to panic. Listen to this sentence carefully. Retailers feel the urgency because AI is already shaping what people buy, said Melanie Noose-Hilton, a senior vice president at an information standards organization. She explained that if a company's product information is outdated or inconsistent, the AI might not recommend it, and small brands often lose visibility when that happens. Here's where it gets interesting. The technology is evolving fast. It's not just about asking a chatbot for advice anymore. Now, you can actually buy products without even leaving the chat. OpenAI announced a feature called Instant Checkout in September. Since then, major retailers like Etsy, Shopify, Walmart, and Target have partnered with ChatGPT to list their products directly inside the chatbot. Walmart, for example, said customers can now plan meals, restock essentials, or discover new products simply by chatting. This is important. You don't need to open a web browser. You don't need to visit a store's website. You just chat, and you buy. But here's the surprising part. Not every retailer can do this yet. AI companies like OpenAI are in control. They decide who gets listed and how long it takes. As John Harmon explained, it's OpenAI's game. They're in control of who is listed and how long it takes. Smaller businesses are being left out, at least for now, because they haven't converted their data or gotten approval yet. And this is where things get emotional. For small businesses, this could be life or death. Ori Zohar is the co-founder of Burlap and Barrel, a small spice company in the U.S. He sees AI-powered shopping as a huge opportunity. His company has a strong online presence with lots of detailed product descriptions, perfect content for AI models to learn from. Ori credits AI searches for part of his company's recent growth. Customers are finding his spices through chatbots, and sales are going up. But Ori isn't rushing to partner with OpenAI or other AI companies. Instead, he's focused on building out his own database, information that AI tools can pick up naturally. Here's the emotional part. He's competing not just with other spice companies, but with an entirely new system where AI companies hold the cards. Meanwhile, shoppers are loving it. Alan Binder, a 35-year-old teacher and sound engineer living in Vietnam, started using AI last year to brainstorm gift ideas for friends and family back in the U.S. It felt like a natural extension, he said. Among his discoveries, artisan scissors from England and pottery from Indonesia. This year, AI led him to historic prints. Alan sees the potential. Chatbots have the potential to connect very targeted products with their audience, he said. But listen to this sentence. He also sees the risk. I think AI shopping will help informed consumers become more informed, while making it easier for uninformed consumers to buy without much thought. This part surprised me. AI can help you find the perfect gift, or it can make you lazy. It all depends on how you use it. So, what does this mean for the future? Are we entering an age where AI does all our shopping? Or will we still want the human experience of browsing, discovering, and choosing for ourselves? Let's break down the key English from this story, because there's so much useful language here that you can use in your own life. Let's start with turn to. This is a phrasal verb that means to ask someone or something for help or support, especially when you're in a difficult situation. In the story, Rachel turned to artificial intelligence because she didn't know what gift to buy. She needed help, so she asked an AI chatbot. Here's how you can use it in daily life. Imagine you're stressed at work and you don't know how to solve a problem. You might say, I turn to my colleague for advice. Or if you're feeling sad and you need comfort, you could say, I turned to my best friend when I was feeling down. The structure is simple. Turn to someone or something for help or advice or support. Now, here's a little task for you. Think about a time when you needed help recently. Who or what did you turn to? Was it a friend? A family member? Google? Maybe even an AI tool like ChatGPT? Think about it, and if you want, share your example in the comments later. Ready for the next one? Next up is scramble. This verb means to do something quickly and often in a disorganized way because you're in a rush or under pressure. In the news, the article said businesses are scrambling to make the most of AI channels. They're rushing to partner with AI companies because they're worried about losing customers. Here's a daily life example. Imagine you wake up late for work. You might say, I scrambled to get dressed and catch the bus. Or if you're a student and you forgot about a deadline, you could say, I scrambled to finish my assignment before midnight. Scramble often comes with a sense of panic or urgency. It's not calm or organized, it's fast and a bit messy. Think about this. Have you ever scrambled to do something? Maybe you scrambled to pack your suitcase before a trip, or scrambled to cook dinner when guests arrived unexpectedly. There are so many situations where you can use this word. You'll like the next one even more. Now let's talk about offload. This word means to give your work, problems, or responsibilities to someone else so you don't have to deal with them. In the article, it mentioned that some shoppers are offloading their holiday shopping entirely to AI agents. They're letting AI make all the decisions. Here's how you might use it. Imagine you have too many tasks at work. You might say, I need to offload some of my projects to my team. Or if you're feeling overwhelmed, you could say, I offloaded my worries by talking to a friend. Offload can also be used for physical things. For example, I offloaded boxes from the truck. But in everyday conversation, we often use it for responsibilities or stress. Let me ask you this, what's one thing in your life right now that you'd like to offload? Is it housework? A stressful project? Grocery shopping? Leave a comment if you want, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Here comes an even better one. This phrase is so useful and sounds very native. Hold the cards means to have control or power in a situation. If you hold the cards, you're the one making the decisions. In the story, analysts said that AI companies hold the cards. OpenAI decides which retailers get listed and how long it takes. The retailers don't have much power, they have to wait for approval. Here's a workplace example. Imagine you're negotiating a deal, and the other person has all the advantages. You might say, they hold the cards in this negotiation. Or if your boss controls all the resources, you could say, my manager really holds the cards when it comes to promotions. This phrase comes from card games, where the person holding the best cards usually wins. Now, think about your own life. Is there a situation where someone else holds the cards? Maybe it's your landlord, your teacher, or even a company you're trying to get a job with. Understanding this phrase helps you describe power dynamics in English. Ready for the next useful phrase? Let's look at draw in. This phrasal verb means to attract someone or make them interested in something. In the news, it said that retailers could draw in shoppers by partnering with AI companies. They can attract more customers by being available on ChatGPT or other chatbots. Here's an everyday example. If a store has a big sale, you might say, "The discount drew me in." Or if a movie trailer looks exciting, you could say, "The preview drew me in, I really want to see that film." Draw-in is all about attraction. It can be about people, attention, or even emotions. Here's a fun question. What draws you in when you're shopping online? Is it reviews? Photos? A good price? A creative description? Think about it, and try using this phrase next time you're talking about shopping or marketing. You'll love this next one. This is a great phrase for work or business contexts. Lose visibility means to become less noticeable or less seen by others. It's often used when talking about brands, companies, or even people in professional settings. In the article, Melanie said that if a company's product information is outdated, they might lose visibility in AI recommendations. Basically, customers won't see them anymore. Here's how you might use it. Imagine you stop posting on social media for a while. You could say, "I lost visibility online because I wasn't active." Or in a meeting, if you're quiet and don't speak up, someone might say, "You're losing visibility, you need to share your ideas more." Visibility is about being seen and noticed. Losing it means people forget about you or don't think of you when making decisions. Now here's a small task. Can you think of a situation where someone or something lost visibility? Maybe a brand you used to love? A celebrity who disappeared from the public eye? Or even a colleague who stopped attending meetings? Try to describe it using this phrase. Here's the last one, and it's super useful. Finally, let's talk about drive, used as a verb meaning to cause something to happen or to push something forward. In the story, Salesforce said that AI is expected to drive 21% of all holiday orders. This means AI is causing or creating those sales, it's the force behind them. Here's a daily example. If you're really motivated and you work hard to achieve a goal, you might say, "My passion drives me to succeed." Or in business, someone might say, "Customer demand is driving our growth." Drive is a powerful word. It's not just about cars, it's about motivation, causation, and force. Think about this. What drives you in life? Is it your family? Your dreams? Your curiosity? Try using this word to describe what motivates you or what causes things to happen around you. Alright, we've covered so much today. Let's wrap this up with a quick recap. Wow, what a journey! Today, we learned 7 super useful A2-B2 English expressions that you can use in everyday life, at work, or when shopping. We covered turn to when you need help, scramble when you're in a rush, offload to give away responsibilities, hold the cards when someone has control, draw in to attract attention, lose visibility when something fades away, and drive to cause something to happen. Now, here's your task. I want you to pick one phrase from today's lesson, the one you like the most or think you'll use the most, and write it in the comments below. You can even write a sentence using it. This helps you remember what you learned, and it helps me know what kind of content you love. Also, if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And here's a sneak peek. Next time, we're going to explore how AI is changing education and what that means for students around the world. You're going to learn even more practical English, so make sure you come back. Thanks for learning with me today on Lady Show English. See you in the next video.